Blessings, beloved, and welcome to a special edition of Mending Men Moments. You know, as we enter a new year and a new season, God has really laid it upon our hearts to rededicate ourselves to prayer. When we look through the Bible, we have multiple examples of godly men who had strong and regular prayer lives. And we would want to encourage you to join us as we commit ourselves once again to pursuing God in prayer. There are many examples, and I'd like to mention a few. Firstly, we had Moses. He spent 40 days in the mountain just talking to God. And even once they've built the tabernacle, you'd go every day into the tabernacle to pray to God. Another example is that of Daniel. Every day would pray 3 times a day, and they would even invent a ploy to catch him and to have him arrested. But he was known for being a praying man. Elijah too was a praying man. He was at the brook waiting for the rain and praying to God every day, asking when is it his time to move. But I especially want to raise Jesus as an example of a praying man. Jesus himself says, I only do what the Father tells me. I only tell you what the Father has told me. And we see that Jesus was known to be a praying man. There's a couple of stories in Mark chapter 1 as well as in Luke, where it says it was the custom of Jesus to go up to the mountains to pray. One day his disciples followed him, and they asked him, Lord, teach us also to pray, because we saw that John taught his disciples to pray. I like this passage because it reminds me of another comparison. If you want an expert in fixing your car, you'd go to a mechanic. If you want to know about spending and using your money, you would go to an accountant. If you wanted to fix your computer, you would go to an IT specialist. And in the same way, we see that the disciples were looking to an expert to teach them to pray. Jesus was our example and our leader. After Jesus left, we see that the early church committed themselves to prayer. In Acts chapter 2, it reads as follows. And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, in the breaking of bread, and in prayers. So we see that the early church committed itself to regular prayer. Even the apostles were known for praying. We see that when Peter and John were on their way to the prayer hour, that's when they ran into the lame man at the gate. And Paul, another apostle, he writes to the church at Ephesus and tells them, when I think about you, I continue to thank God and to pray for you. As godly men, one of the characteristics that we should be known for is that of prayer. We should be praying men. And I ask you to join us on this journey as we continue to pursue God, and especially in this season that we focus ourselves on prayer. God bless you, and see you in the next video. If you want to be notified of when our next video will be released, or you're looking for similar material, like, follow, or subscribe to our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. God bless, and see you soon.